So hey guys, so we have came to the part two of Python for Beginners series. Now today we are going to learn about the Python fundamentals. Okay, so we are going to learn about condition, loops, lists, and functions. Okay, and we have many more. We'll just see it in the module. Uh, so I have created PPTs and some PPT notes, and I have uploaded it in YouTube. You can just get it through it. So if we start with the next slide, so it's telling quick recap. So so before we start, we'll just recap whatever we studied on the last video. So we have studied about print function and what are the different types of operations we can use inside print function. If you want to know what is print function, it is just a function used to display output to the screen. It displays outputs to the screen. And we also have learned about variables. Okay, so variables are just a container to store data. So we have different types of data types also. So there are string data type, we have int data type, we have float data type, and we have boolean data type. String data type is used for text, and int is used for whole numbers. Float is used for the decimal numbers, and boolean is used for true and false values. Okay, and we also learned about input. So how to take input from the user and how to convert it to uh, integer or float, because by default input if by default input function is a string function. Okay, so it takes input from strings, means it takes input in strings. So if you want to convert it into integer or a decimal point number, you have to convert it using int and float. Okay, and then we have studied about f strings. So f strings is nothing about it comes under print function. You can use it under print function. You can combine both variables and expressions with each other, and uh, it is a easy way of getting output. Okay, so it is a clean formatted output with variables. You can use any data type inside this f strings. And the fifth part is we have learned about arithmetic operators. So there are different arithmetic operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, modulus, then power. Okay, so these are the things we learned in the last video. So we'll just move on to the next topic. So today's lesson is about what we'll cover today. So we have a comparison operators, condition, control flow statements, we have for loops, we have while loops, we have lists, and we have functions. So we learned what are comparison and logical operators. Comparison operators are those operators which are used to compare two numbers. Okay, so comparison operators are those operators which are used to compare two numbers. Like we have comparison operators equal to, then we have not equal to, then we have greater than equal to, less than or equal to. That are called comparison operators. And we have also learned about logical operators. So what are logical operators? Logical operators are and, or, then nor operator. So these are the logical operators, and we'll also learn about conditions, control flow statements, if statement, else statement. If statement is used when there is only one statement. Elif is used when there are more than two or three statements. Else is used when there is when the both statement, if an elif statement gets false, the else statement comes into picture. So now we'll learn about for loops also. So if you want to give a range, and for how much range the code should repeat the code automatically, you can use for loops. And while loops, it is an loop with a condition. Means in for loops you don't have to give condition, but in while loops you have to give condition. And we'll also study about lists, storing of data. Means storing of data in just one variable, many data into one variable. And we'll also study about functions, the reusable code blocks. Functions are those Means if you don't want to write the code again and again, you can use a function in a program, and you can just use that function. You can call the function in the code, and the code will be run automatically with functions. Okay, so we'll move on to the next topic. So our the first topic is about comparison operators. So the comparison operators are the operators which are used for comparing two numbers. So we'll just see some examples using these comparison operators. Okay, so we'll just go to Python IDLE, and we'll just use some of the comparison operators, right? Then we'll use 5 is equal to 5. So it will return true because 5 is equal to 5. It has returned true, and now we have not equals to sign. Not equals to sign tells us if the left number is not equal to the right number. If the condition corrects, then it will return true, or else it returns false. I will just see the same example. So print 5 is not equal to 3. Okay, so 5, enter. So you can see here it has written true because 5 is not equal to 3. And we have more operators also, like we have greater than or equal to sign. So if I use greater than equal to sign, we'll see what it returns in the greater than equal to sign. Enter. So it has written true because 5 is greater than or equal to 3. So it has written true. And now we'll move on to the next operator, which is not equal to operator. Uh, print 5, which is less than or equal to operator. 5 is less than or equal to 3. It will return true because, okay, sorry, I forgot. So we have to beware of this small mistakes. Okay, so have to write the code correctly. See, it has written false because 5 is not less than or equal to 3. So we have more operators, more two operators, which are greater than and less than. We'll just use that also. Okay, here it will return true because 5 is greater than or equal to, it is greater than 4. And we have one more operator, the less than operator. So 5 is less than or equal less than 4. Okay, so in here it will return false. Okay, so it has written false. So about this, you'll be using these operators in the coming coding sessions. So you learn about these things in detail in the coming video sessions. And one more important thing is that if you put double equal to sign, it checks the equality. Okay, if you put single equal to sign, it assigns the value to the variable. Okay, remember the thing that if you put single equal to sign, it assigns the value to the variable. And if you put double equal to sign, it checks equality. And the key rule is that all comparison operators returns either true or false. Okay, it just returns true or false, nothing else, uh, because it's comparison. Okay, it can't return zeros or ones in this. So true or false in programming language is zeros and ones only. Okay, so it returns only true and false. It doesn't return any whole number or an integer. Okay, so this is all about comparison operators. We'll just move on to the next topic and we'll see what is there in the next topic. Our next topic is control flow statements. If, elif, and else, it is well, that it's making decisions. Okay, so decision making statements. So if statements runs when the condition is true. Okay, so if the condition is false, it goes to the other statement, the elif statement. Okay, so if the if statement is true, then it again goes to the else statement, and it again checks the statement if it's true or not. Then if both the if and else statement are false, then it returns to the else statement and it returns whatever is written in the else statement, and it prints the output. So that's what if, elif, and else works. Okay. So we'll just see one example with this thing. Okay. We'll use if, else, and elif statement. We'll use another file. Okay. See, so I have taken input from the user, input from the user, enter your age. Okay. And here I have used if statement. If age is greater than or equal to 18, print the person is an adult. Okay. Person is an adult. Adult. Okay. Quotes and this one. And here I'm writing the elif statement. Elif age is greater than or equal to 13. Print the person is a teenager. Okay, so I have used else statement also. Now I'm going to use else statement. Else print he's a child. Okay, a child. Okay, now we have used these things. So we'll just run this program and just we'll see what it returns. So here I forgot using the colon. Okay, so you have to use the colon here, double colon. So if I run this program, okay, it's telling enter the age. So I'll enter the age of 16. See, it has written the person is a teenager because it has went through that elif statement. Because if statement is false, then it will go to the elif statement and it will print whatever is there in the else statement. I've written that age is greater than or equal to 13. So that's why it has printed it is a teenager. And here the first statement went false because it has written that if age is greater than or equal to 18, then print it is an adult. Okay, so we'll just see for other outputs also. I'll just run this program, elif. Okay, so if I put 18, enter. See, it has returned me 18, means it is an adult. So remember one thing, because if one statement is true, the program stops there itself and prints whatever there in that statement, and it doesn't it returns the value, the print function. Okay, so it doesn't go further. If if this if statement is true, then it returns whatever is written in that print function of if statement. Then it doesn't go further after in elif or else statement. Okay, we'll just see one example of else statement also. Press F5. So if I write 11, so it has written me child. It has gone to the else statement. Okay, so we have more examples of if elif else program. Okay, so we'll just see some examples of if else and elif program. So we'll just if else elif programs. Okay, if I search this, we have got many programs. Okay, I'll just take one question from this and we'll just do. Okay, see, you can odd and even. Okay, this question is a question which can come in your exam because it is a main question. Okay, so we'll just write one code for this. Okay, Now we'll learn how to print even or odd number using if else statement if the number is odd or even. We'll just write a code for that. It's num will take input from the user. Okay, so int input, uh, enter the number, enter the number. Okay, and then we'll use if statement. Okay, if statement if num is num percentage means it's the modulus sign. Okay, num percentage equal to num percentage of 2 is equal to 0. Okay, num percentage of 2 means uh, the remainder of the number with 2 is equal to 0. If they both are equal to 0, it will print it is even. It is an even number. Is an even number. Okay, and then backspace. Else statement will be if it's not true. The if the if statement is not true, then it will print it is an odd number. Okay, so this is the code for the printing even and odd numbers. Okay, if the number is even or odd, just run this code. So it is telling to enter number. So see, it has returned. It is an even number. Okay, we'll just see it for odd number also. Okay, so if I tell you how the program works, so here we entered the number. Okay, so it enters the if loop, and if it checks if num percentage 2 is equal to 0. If this condition is true, then it prints this statement in the output, or else it prints this statement, or or else it prints this else statement. Okay, or else it prints this print it is an odd number. We'll see that example also now. Okay, so if I print 5, if I write 5, see it has printed that it is an odd number. So that's how this program works. Okay, so here the if statement, it checked that num percentage 2 is not equal to 0, so it has entered the else part. Okay, so then it has printed it is an odd number. So that's how if elif and else statement works. Okay, so we'll move on to the next topic. Our next topic is about logical operators. Okay, so logical operators are the operators which give output in true and false. Okay, so here AND operator is used as when AND operator is used. And operator gives true when both the conditions are true. Okay, if both the conditions, we give two conditions for an and operator or operator. Okay, but not operator. Okay, so if the two conditions are true, then the and operator returns true, or else it returns false. If one of the condition is false, the and operator returns false. And in or condition, means in or operator, if one of the condition is true, it returns true. Okay, say in both condition, if one condition is also true, the output is true. Okay, and in not operator, what happens is if you write not true, it flips to false, means the opposite of true. It flips to false and it returns the output in the screen. So we'll just see one example for that also. We'll go to this one. Okay, and see here we have given an example. If age is greater than 13 and less than 18, it should return teenager. Okay, greater than 13 and less than 18. So I'll take age is equals to int input, uh, enter the age. Okay, and then we'll just close this bracket. Here I use if statement. If age is greater than or equal to 13 and age is less than 18, print he is an adult. Okay, so I have used in the comparison operators here, and I have used in logical operators. I have used in that if statement also. So we'll just run this program. See here I am getting I'll write 15. So it has written 15. It has written he's an adult because here both the condition are getting true. Okay, so here both the condition are getting true. That's why it's returning he's an adult. So if I write 5, okay, now I'll write one more this one. If I write 12, it will not return anything because the if statement is false. That has become false. I've written 12 and here the condition is age is greater than or equal to 13 and age is less than 18. So it will return nothing. Okay, so we'll just move on to the next operator, which is OR operator. It also works the same. Okay, so if I write OR here, okay, if I write OR here and if I run the program F5, okay, if I enter 15, he's an adult because in OR operator what happens is if one of the condition is true, if the first condition is true, then the output will be true. Okay, so if I enter some other number, means like let me take an example of that also, F5. So if I enter 19, okay, it is giving he's an adult because I have written that if age is greater than or equal to 13, greater than 13 means 19 also comes in. So the statement is true. So it returns if one statement is true, it returns true. It doesn't see the second statement. It returns the first statement output only. So that's what if statement and if else statement, elif statement, and the logical operators. One more operator is there, which is not operator. Okay, if not login, printf please login. Okay, so what the not operator does is if function is not logged in, okay, um, print please login. Okay, so here what happens is the not operator just change the true into false. If it's true, it changes into false. If it's false, it changes into true. Okay, I'll just see. Okay, so I'll just missed double quotes here. I'll just put the double quotes here. Okay, so if I press F5, enter, see it has given and is not defined. Okay, I have not defined the thing. So it's the same thing that if you write if the output is true means if the input is true, the output is false. The input is false, the output is true. Okay, so we have learned what are logical operators and or not. So we'll move on to the next topic. We'll see what our next topic is about. So here we can see what are the next topic. So the next topic is about for loops. So what are for loops? It is a repeat of block of code for each item. Means here it has given syntax as for item in sequence, and here example is given as for fruit in fruits. So means how many fruits are there in fruits? It will print that many times. Okay. So if there are three fruits, three different types of fruits, it will print apple, banana, and cherry, one after another. So we'll just see one example. For loop is a loop which is used. We can use it in range. We can use it in string. We can use it in lists and more. We can use it in tuples also. Okay. Uh, in this, we don't need counting. Okay, we don't need counting, and it prints the output in a sequence. Okay, I'll just show you the syntax of for loop. Just see the syntax of the for loop. So it's for item in sequence, okay, the print function. Okay, here you should not miss the coding because okay, indentation error will come, and here we'll use the print function. Okay, here you will use the print function. Okay, we'll just see with it example. Okay, so I'll take fruits. Okay, here they have used a list for putting all fruits in one variable. So we'll also use this one only. List we will use apple. Okay, we'll also use banana. We'll also use cherry. Okay, so here we made a list, okay, of fruits, and now I'm going to use a for loop statement for fruit. Here item is fruit, and the sequence is fruits. Okay, for fruit in fruits, fruits, fruits for fruit in fruits. Okay, print print fruit. Okay, print fruits. Okay, so here it prints fruits. Okay, if you see, yeah, it's written as fruit. Okay, it is written as fruit. So if we run this program, enter, see it has printed apple, banana, and cherry. So in for loop, what happens is it in sequence means the block of code is again and again performed in a loop till that sequence is not over. Means item sequence is not over. Means we have taken the sequence as fruits. So fruits are till 0, 1, and 2. So it has printed all the three fruits. So this is what for loop is. Okay, so it repeats the block of code for each item. So it has repeated for apple also, and it has repeated for banana also, and it has repeated for cherry also. So that's what for loop means. And we have the next topic is about a range. We'll use range in for loops itself. So we are giving a range from 0 to infinity, or 0 to 1, or 0 to 6. We are assigning some range till what the program should continue. So our next topic is range. So it is used to control your loop. Okay, it starts from zero. Okay, you can start it from zero, or if you just put a single number, it starts from zero. And if you put two numbers, it starts from one. Means here the range is 1 and 6. So it goes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It excludes the last this one. So that's what is range. Okay, so here one more range is given as 0, 10, and 2. So here 0, 10, 2 means it means the numbers divisible by 2. Okay, till 10. Okay, start, stop, and step. Okay, two steps forward. Okay, from it starts from 0 till 10, and the steps are two, means skip two numbers and print the second number. So we'll just see some examples for this. If we go to Python ideally, and we'll just put for I in range, for I in range, for I in range 1 to 6, 6 print. Okay, here they have used f string. Okay, count. We'll use this, then we'll use I. Okay, we'll put closing bracket. Okay, so here I have given the range as one from 1 to 6. So it will print from 1 to 6. We'll just see what output it gives us. Enter F5. See, it has given us 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Till 6, it has stopped, means it has stopped at 6. So that's what, if we can give range, we'll just see one more example of that range. If you put a single number here, if we put 5, okay, if I enter 5, here it has started from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It has gone till 4 and it has stopped. Okay, and we'll just see one more example, the third example, which is 0, comma 10, comma 10, comma 2. Okay, if I press enter F5, here you can see it has skipped one number in between. So it has printed 0, then it has printed 2, then it has printed 4, then it has printed 6, then it has printed 8, and it has skipped 10 because the stop is 10. It's before 10. Okay, so this is what called ranges. Uh, you can use it when you have a range, means for in some codes you'll write range function, means this range function, you will use this range function to control your loop. Okay, so we'll just move on to the next topic. I think you are understanding this topics easily. So we'll move on to the next topic. We'll just see what next topic tells us about. So we have landed on the next topic, which is while loop. Okay. So while loop is nothing but it is a loop with condition. In for loop, we didn't see any condition, but in while loop, it runs with a condition. So how it works? It runs till the condition is true. Means it runs the program till the condition is true. Means here they have given an example. While count is less than or equal to 5, print count plus or plus equal to 1. So here count plus equal to 1 means you are adding plus 1 to the code at the last, and again going to the first, and then again it is an iteration. Okay, so it stops when the condition is false. Okay, it runs till then. It runs till the condition is true, and if the condition is false, it stops there. So if we move on to this one, infinite loop warning, always update something inside the loop or it will run forever and crash your program. Yeah, so you have to use an update, and you have to update something at the last, because if you don't update something inside a loop, it will make infinite loops and it will crash your program. Okay, so you have to update something inside the loop. Like in this example, they have used count plus 1 plus equal to 1. So they have updated the count, and then the program is going on again and again. So while is used when you don't know how many times to repeat the program. Okay, if you don't know how many times you should repeat the program, you can use while loop. So if you see examples of while loop, we'll just see one program of while loop, the same example which is given here. We'll just see that thing. I think you have understood for loop also. For loop is also while loop is also same like for loop, but while loop works on condition. Okay, it uh, it works on condition. So we'll just see one example. Count equal to 1 while count is less than or equal to 5. mm, print count. Okay, we'll use count plus equal to 1. Okay, so here I have used this thing. Now if we run this program, see here, it has gone to the loops. It has printed 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's what while loop means. It see, teach you what a while loop, this program, the same program. So here they have a declared count as 1. So the 1 enters the loop. It checks if 1 is less than or equal to 5. If 1 is less than or equal to 5, then it prints the number and it adds plus 1 to the number, and then again it goes here, and then again count is updated. So the count is updated to 2. So here 2 is checked if it is less than or equal to 5. If it's less than or equal to 5, then it goes under this loop. It prints the count, which is 2. And then again it adds plus 1 to the number, which is 2 plus 1, 3. Then it again goes to the loop. Okay. Then it again goes to the loop and it again checks if the condition is true or not. If it's true, means the condition is true, 3 is less than or equal to 5. It prints 3, then it again adds plus 1 to the number, which is 4, and then again it goes to the while condition. It The 4 has gone to the while condition. Here it checks if 4 is less than or equal to 5. If the condition is true, it again enters the loop. It prints the number 4, and then again it prints number 5. It adds plus 1 to the number, which is 5, and again it goes to the loop at uh, 5. So 5 is less than or equal to 5. So 5 is equal to 5. So it just goes again to the print count, means it reprints number 5, and it again adds a number, which is 5 plus 1, 6, and it again goes to the count function. But now here the statement is false because 6 is not less than or equal to 5. So here the loop is exited, and here the output is printed. What and all output is there? It is printed. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it has printed 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I think you have understood what while loop is. While loop is also same like for loop. Just you have to here while loop works with a condition, and for loop it doesn't work with a condition. So we'll move on to the next topic, which is break and continue statement. It will take more another 4 to 5 minutes to complete that topic. So we'll just move on to the next topic. So our next and the final topic for this video is break and continue statements. So what does break and continue statement mean is break statement exits the loop immediately, means it doesn't give more iterations. It just exits the loop immediately. Okay, so and continuous statement is it skips the iteration, the next iteration. It skips the next iteration and prints the next number. Okay, so we have to give conditions in this. If there is no conditions, it doesn't work. It will work, but if we give conditions, it is better that if we give conditions and if the condition is true, then it is given like that. Okay, so we'll just see one or two examples for this. So I'll just make one more file. Okay, and I'll just save it as save as. I'll just put some YT. Okay, so here we can see they'll use a if statement inside a for loop statement. So if I use for here n in range, they have given n in range. So if I write for n in range 10, okay, and I have used if statement inside a for statement. If n is equal to, here I'm comparing. Okay, here I'm not assigning a value. Here I'm comparing. So if n is equal to 2, then I'll use this one, and then I'll print. Okay, here I'll use break. Okay, here I'll use break statement. Okay, here I'll use colon, and then I'll just break. I'll use break, and then I'll enter. Then I'll just print the loop. Okay, I printed the loop. You can see if n is equal to 2, it has just printed a 0 and 1. So what is the mistake here? If n is equals to 2. Yeah. So if n is equals to n is equals to 2, it has just come out of the loop and just printed 0 and 1. So with this, you can understand what is break statement. It does is uh, it prints the loop of 10, means it takes input of 10 and it goes inside of the loop, if loop, and if the n number is equal to 2, it breaks the loop and it comes out of the loop. Okay, and it only prints the numbers which were before the break statement. Okay, now we'll see the continue statement. We'll just use continue here only. So if you use continue statement, enter. See here when n is equals to 2, it has returned, means it has just skipped that 2 and it has printed 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, it has printed till 8, it has printed till 9. So here we can see whenever the condition is given as if n is equals to 2. If the condition is n is equal to, it will just skip that. It will just skip that 2 and it'll print the other numbers. Okay, so we have seen examples of this video. We have seen examples of while loop. We have just recapped whatever what we spoke about in the last video, and we have just covered what and all we are going to talk about. We'll talk about lists and functions in the next video because this video has been too long. Okay, and we have talked about comparison operators. We have talked about if-else statements. Then we have talked about logical operators. Then we have talked about for loops. Then we have talked about range, how to give range for a function, how to give a range for loop function. And we have talked about while loops, so how while loop works. And we have talked about break and continue statement. So this is for today. Okay, so we'll continue it in the next video. So thank you for watching.